Hello, welcome to another new series. Huh? Another new series. When is he going to stop? How can we stop him? You cannot. I am like the Terminator. I will keep coming. Woo! Oh, thank you for tuning in. I consider myself a good shopper. I consider myself a very patient collector. I preach about being patient. I preach about trying to get the best bargain you can find. But there is a time and place where I say to myself, you are not going to get a deal here. Man up, okay? There are times over the past 10 plus years since I returned into the hobby. Even before that, okay? Even before that I said, some books you can find cheap in the wild, okay? Some books. It's not to say that one cannot stumble across Fantastic Four 1 in the attic, or a garage sales, or an estate sales, or whatever, okay? It's not to say that that's impossible, but the odds are slim to none, okay? So there are books out there that are too well known that it is really hard to find a deal. And even if somebody have it and they want to sell it, why would they give you a deal? That's my philosophy. My philosophy when I am a seller is that if you want a deal on a non-keys, not a problem. On hot books, on big key books, why would I need to give anybody a deal? Right? Sure, if I want to be nice to that person, that's the only reason. But as far as like, gee, I need to sell it 10% below fair market value so that I can get my money quickly. No, I don't. I don't need to do that. I rarely need to sell anything quickly. Okay, I have said this many times on my channel. When you have to sell something quickly, when there is a forced sale situation, regardless if it's a comic book, a car, a house, a stock, anything, it's never a good thing. You're never going to get the best price if you are in a desperate situation, because if you're in a desperate situation, often, even if you have an amazing Fantasy 15, okay, you are more likely to offer it a little bit less than fair market value because you want to sell it quickly. Okay, that's just human emotion. Okay, I'm not saying that everyone that are forced to sell something can get a great price for their book. It does happen. But more often than not, when you are put in a position to raise cash quickly, you tend to undercut the price so that you can, in your mind, you feel like you need to, okay? Or you have to. And when you have that kind of mindset that you need to or you have to sell something cheaper to get it out of your hand quickly, you sell yourself short. So that being said, for many books, I tend to be very patient as a buyer because I want to be the tough buyer that wait and hold out for the best deal possible, or to buy from someone that want to get rid of something quickly, regardless of the reason. I don't care. But there are quite a few books, not a lot, there's a few books in my collection that I know I paid fair market, if not a premium. Okay, there are books out there that I felt at the time I paid a premium to buy it, and I was okay to do so because I know it's a tough book to find. I know the odds of me finding something cheaper is slim to none. So this is the best that is available, even though it may be overpriced at that moment. Why not? Okay, I man up and bought the book, and to lead this series on, let me show you this book that I have shown multiple times. Yes, this book is big in many ways. First of all, it's a restore copy, okay? And up until this point, I can tell you I was pretty much against owning and buying restore books. I was like, you know, I don't want any restore books. My mindset was, you know, oh, I don't want to touch Purple Label. No way. But as I was looking to buy pre-Robin Detective, Golden Age keys, my mind started to adapt to the reality. Okay, that's the reality that, you know, many of these books, it's not as if like there are 5 copies on eBay on any given time. If we're lucky, we see 1 copy in a big auction, right? Whether it's Metro, Comic Connect, or Heritage, or Comic Link. If we're lucky, we might see this book appear in an auction once every 2 or 3 months. Okay, for those that know this book, it's not as if like we see this book in every single big auction at Comic Link or Heritage or Comic Connect. That's not, it doesn't make that kind of appearance on the quarterly basis. So as I was looking to buy this book or any other pre-Robin Detective, I realized that this is tough. This book is tough as heck. So if you're gonna see it, so when this book popped up on eBay, yes, it was on eBay. You know, it's restored. I didn't think twice. I made an offer. I think my offer was, you know, when it comes down to restore book as well as Golden Age book. Okay, first of all, the grade, it's hard. It's hard as heck to guesstimate the grade on restore books. Okay, could this be a 3.0 in a Purple Label, 4.0? Does it matter? The bottom line was because it's so difficult to guesstimate the grade as well as the value. You know, I think I made an offer like maybe 5% below the asking price, and the dealer accepted. I bought it, okay? And I'm pretty sure at the time I paid pretty high for this book. Okay, I'm not going to reveal the price, but I'm pretty sure it was no steal because it's set on eBay. I didn't scoop it up the first 30 minutes of eBay, so other people was looking at it as well. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that looked at the book and saw it. I was just the only one that was willing to pay up for a restore copy. You gotta understand, back in that time frame, this is, gosh, 2011. I'm getting old, can't remember, but surely back then Purple Label restore books was still, it still had the stigma today. Okay, this is 2000. I shot this video late 2018. Not sure when it's gonna load it, but this is before Christmas. But even in 2018, the hate, the disdain for Purple Label has subsided significantly. If you follow the market, you would most people would have never thought that some of the big keys like Action 1 or Detective 27 or Superman 1 or even Batman 1, some of those books in Purple Labels has break the 6 figures, which is unheard of, unthinkable. So back then, 7-8 years ago, when I bought this book, the stigma on restore book was much worse than it is today. So I'm sure back then many people, I'm guessing everyone other than me that saw this book on eBay passed on it, okay? Because they look at it like, oh, so restore is blah. I didn't care. I paid up for it. I manned up for it. So, and in the end, I'm pretty happy. I did bid on quite a few other Tech 31 after I bought this book, and the book is just getting higher and higher and it's out of reach. So I'm content now with this. There's no the chance of me going after a blue label and pay 20 or 30,000 plus. That's whack. Okay, I pay way less, even though back then I felt like I pay a premium. So yep. So that's the tale of the story of this book. And hopefully in this series, I can tell a little story here and there on all of the books in my collection, or the big keys that I actually paid a fair value, if not a premium, at the time that I bought it. You know, I did not get a bargain. I did not get a bargain for these books back then. They might be a good deal today, but hindsight, I did not have the foresight that this book will double or triple or quadruple in value. I did not. Okay, I bought it because I was willing to pay up when nobody else wanted. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.